That's just on my phone. You guys have been getting some amazing information. Do not forget that you can contact everyone right here, right now. And those who are catching this live, of course, they can contact. All the information will be in the Facebook group, so that way they can get the links and emails and all of that wonderful stuff. All you speakers, I hope you've already put all that stuff into the speakers group so we can put it in the house group. So, guess who's next? The unicorn. The unicorn is next. So, for those of you who do not know who I am Altavis Pelzer. I am the voice coach, not a voice coach, but the voice coach, helping you to find your unique voice in order to reach your target audience. I am a motivational speaker and author, Amazon best-selling author, and certified life coach. I help women to take the bricks from their personal prison and build a bridge to their financial wellness, their emotional and mental wholeness. But today, we are going to talk about how you are at the Nascar race with a soapbox car.
Rick.
Right. You are at the NASCAR race with a soapbox car. Now listen, you can do it, you can make it all pretty and nice, and you can even put numbers on the side. You can go get the stickers. How many of y'all remember getting stickers when you were little and getting stickers and putting them on everything? And yeah, you can even get the stickers and put it on everything, and it still won't make it in a NASCAR race. So, what do? What is it that we're missing? What is it that we're not really seeing when it comes to being in this NASCAR race? Well, first of all, you got the wrong tools. You got the right idea, but you have the wrong tools. So what I do is I have classes that help you to define, accept, and use your unique voice when it comes to writing books, speaking, and in your business. Something that you heard some of the ladies earlier speak about is that some of y'all are talking to everybody, and everybody's not your client. But I show you how to tap into that unique voice so you can reach them. But let's go back to this whole NASCAR thing, shall we? So, when we think about a NASCAR race, we think about the rev of the engine, we think about the noise, we think about the presence. Everybody there is drinking something most times, hopefully not the drivers, but you never know. It's all about the experience. When your clients sign up for your products, your services, when they come to your events, when they come to see you live, it's about the experience. When we see April Beverly, we know we're going to hear that smack the buy button. It's the experience. When you go and you hear Dawn Yell speak, you know that you're going to receive a brick
Or two.
or four. It's the experience. So what experience are you giving to your listeners? What experience are you giving to those who are in the crowd? Are you coming up and being a speaker and boring everyone to sleep, or are you engaging the audience? Are you making eye contact? Do you even know what that means? See, a lot of us have been told this whole idea of public speaking and thought, somebody's going to tell me to get on stage. They're going to pay me $10,000 and I'm going to be famous. Go ahead, put your hand up if somebody told y'all that, because I know it's a few. But this is the thing. How many of you knew or understand that if you are an author, you should also be a speaker?
Yes.
How many of you understand that if you are an entrepreneur, you should also be a speaker? So you see the hands up front? They're realizing that public speaking is adding a revenue stream to your business. It's adding money to your bottom line. So for those of you who are the entrepreneur, you're showing up to a NASCAR race with a soapbox car because you're not utilizing what's needed and necessary for you to reach your highest potential. So, let's break it down a little bit. Because when we look at this NASCAR, man, them things is pretty. They pretty, ain't they?
Yes.
I'm sorry, some men in here. They look good.
Yeah.
They look good. But they are pretty. There's something on there that stands out, right? Most times you see that a NASCAR has companies on it. They got the stickers on the front, stickers on the side. They're usually a color, the paint looks amazing. But guess what? You want to know what's the most important piece of that whole scene? It's the driver.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we have to get to the point where we realize that if we want to show up at a NASCAR race, then we need a car that's going to be able to show up at a NASCAR race. But we got to look at the driver first.
Yeah.
We got to understand that, guess what? I shouldn't be showing up without a license. Some of y'all will get that on the way home tomorrow. I shouldn't be showing up without a license. I shouldn't be showing up sleepy. But this is how we show up for business. We showing up without all the information when it comes to being a public speaker. We just get up on stage and think that somebody gonna buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. That's not how it works. Okay, we'll go back to NASCAR now. Because I know y'all got the image of that pretty car. And so what comes with that? As a speaker, you are the authority. So I want everybody in the room to say, I am the authority.
I am the authority.
I am the expert.
I am the expert.
So if you are the authority and you are the expert, then why aren't you acting like
Brick.
it? That was another one. I apologize. I knew that one was coming, but I didn't prepare you. So as the authority, as the expert, you have to take, again, your unique voice and be able to speak, be able to encourage, be able to tell somebody to get their butts or they a up out of a chair and get things done. Some of y'all are scared though, because you still see yourself as being in the soapbox car, not realizing that you are actually the driver in this NASCAR.
Wow.
So we're going to change some mindsets today. I'm not going to be before you long. I do a quick slay you real quick, then I'll be about my business. It's only because I love you though. But do understand, it's going to hurt a little. I apologize ahead of time. Okay, so number one, the first thing is we got to pick a lane. Now, when I say pick a lane, when you think about NASCAR, you're thinking, oh, but they don't really stay in one lane. No, no, no. A NASCAR driver is a NASCAR driver. They didn't come in trying to make hot dogs at the stand. A NASCAR driver is a NASCAR driver. They didn't come in and start taking over the microphone and being an announcer. So we really have to stay in our lane. So on your paper, I want you to say what your lane is. Now, if you put down 4 things, boo-boo, that's a highway, that's not a lane. Stay in your lane. I want you to write down 1 thing that you do well. 1 thing, we can start with 1. That's not to say that when I put my blinker on, that I can't slide over. But I gotta start off here, because if I go like this, that's called an accident. That's bad. People get hurt. Cars go bye-bye. We don't want to do that. So we're going to start off with being in that 1 lane, because we are the who, we are the expert, we are the authority. So when you look at that paper and you look at that 1 thing that you do well, I'm going to tell you what half of y'all in the room just did. Y'all ready? Y'all just looked at that 1 thing and said, I can't get paid for that though.
Sure.
Look, don't be trying to get me away now. Y'all just looked at that thing on your paper and said, but I can't get paid for that. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
How many of you know that Van deals with technology? Did she just come up and talk about technology?
Yeah.
Oh, so she gets paid for that, right?
Yeah.
How many of you know that Elaine talked about QuickBooks?
Right.
Did she just come up and talk about QuickBooks?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she got paid for that. How many people know that they have a hobby or something that they do, right?
Yeah.
And if you go on YouTube, you can find somebody that's talking about that hobby.
Sure.
So if you said, now I'm going by what you said, because you said it. I might have prompted you, but you said it. That you were the expert, the authority. Then what makes them different? I'll let that marinate for a moment. Nothing makes them different. The only difference is that they chose to move and act, and you did not. So, let's go back to NASCAR. Now, when we think about that NASCAR, I can be the best driver ever. If I never get into a car, it means absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. But I can drive, man. I can go down Roosevelt Boulevard
Bet so.
in my Mustang, and I can skirt past you real quick. But it means nothing if I never get into the car at NASCAR. So now we're gonna go back to that soapbox. Cause see, that soapbox is your comfort zone. Some of y'all flashed that thing up. Y'all painted the sides. Y'all went and got a steering wheel that used to be the wheel on a cart. Y'all did that thing up. But now it's time to give the soapbox up. It's time to put that thing away. So what does that mean? That means we gotta come out them comfort zones. And we gotta look at that thing that we said we really liked on that paper and really move towards it. Become the authority. Go ahead and have a little sass. I'm sorry, little bravado. Forgot we got men. Bravado. But go ahead and have a little sass with it. I'm a unicorn. I can be sassy. I can be silly. But guess what? I am the authority. I am the expert. And when you walk in that thing, people will pay you for it. So there's no reason that any of you can't be in this position when we get to Florida in November.
Okay.
You may have to learn how to turn that soapbox into a NASCAR, or learn how to throw that soapbox out, because sometimes we need to just toss it all together and start to prepare to get your NASCAR. So that means you have to make the investment. So we have to show up and we have to make the investment. Show up and make the investment. Y'all got some work to do. So I work with speakers. I work with those who are ready to write that book. See, I work in the beginning part before they get to Van and they like, we ready. Before they get to Julia and they like, we ready. Because they get to Julia and they be like, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I want to write a book now. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm okay. I send them right on over. He's on down the road. Listen, I don't do the publishing, but I'm going to make sure that you get your story out. Because guess what? We all got a story to tell. Ain't nobody in here that can look around this room and say, but I'm not like them. I don't have something to talk about. See, I'll give you a little background. I didn't do an intro for a reason. If you look at me, do you see someone that was homeless at the beginning of last year?
Wow.
I know it's because the face is beat, but DePaul the doll did the face. But when you look at me, do you see a woman that is a victor over molestation? Do you see a woman who grew up watching domestic violence? No, you may not. And those who did not know me before now probably never even knew. But I use all of that the same way that you can use that thing that you wrote down on that paper to be either a stepping stone or a stumbling block. For me, it's a stepping stone. And some of it I even turned into a springboard. Come through?
Right, that's right, that's right.
So that's what I want y'all to get access to today. So I do have, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. It's an intensive course, it's only 3 weeks. A 3-week intensive course to start getting that stuff together so you can be a paid speaker. To start putting that stuff and creating it and putting it and packaging it so that way you can be here when we're in Fort Lauderdale in November. So that when Coach goes and says, I have an event and I'm looking for speakers, you can say, okay, where to PayPal? Let me just go and send this. I had to come out of my comfort zone. Trust me, I'm shy. Y'all may not see it. I am. But it means that none of you have any excuses as to why you can't be here. And not just be here, but be here today. Be here at the next event. Be here in this position. None of you have any excuses. I'm gonna be checking up on y'all. Don't think I won't. So to sign up for the 3-week intensive course, if that is what you are looking to do, is to get your story out there and either write the book or become the paid speaker. bit.ly/live loud now. Because you are here, if you put in coupon code LIVESTREAM, the course is only $199. But it's time to get your story out. It's time to be the expert. It's time to stand in what you know. It's time to be the NASCAR driver. So how many of you, by a show of hands, are ready to be the NASCAR driver? Because see, I know that listen, being in the driver's seat and being in the passenger seat of your own life, I'll take the driver's seat every time. I've been in the passenger seat. I know what it feels like to have somebody else drive in your life and you don't know what's going on. Feeling like you have no control. Been there, did that. Wrote the book about it. It's on my table. bit.ly/live loud now. 3-week intensive course. Let's get that story out. Let's become the expert. Let's stop showing up in the soapbox car, even though it was cute when we was a kid. It don't even have a motor. You're not going far. May not make it past start. Let's go ahead and walk and be in the authority. So I thank you guys for allowing me to be in front of you. And so, my sis is about to come up. And of course I came up here without the bio. So I'll let you come up and talk about yourself a little bit because I love you. But she is one of my sisters. She is, oh my goodness. If you are that person that needs that confidence, man, that's what she does on a regular basis. And there's been moments where she don't know what I've been going through because I'm that quiet person. I told y'all I'm shy. But she'll show up in my inbox. See, that's also something that we talked about is that whole collaboration. I got to meet my sis for the first time last August. You want in Vegas? In November. So from November till now, that's my sis. make the adjustment.